Hello everyone and welcome. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Cancer for the week of March 28th through April 3rd of 2023. And I would also like to give a very special thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel, as well as given it a thumbs up and left comments. Thank you very much for doing that. And your first card out is the Emperor. So, committing to a plan. Something that will benefit you and everyone involved. Well, that's good to see. You know, perhaps you're getting tired of being under somebody else's thumb, or feeling like, you know, you always have to do it their way sort of thing, and you're just deciding that, you know what, this is what I need to do for myself this week to gain my own independence. And the 10 of Rods. So there you are, laying down your burdens, letting other people be responsible for their own stuff. You know, you put maybe a little bit too much pressure on yourself of what you have to do and what's expected of you. Yeah, and there it is, the Tower moment. You know, that flash of insight of what you really want to have in your own future. And you're realizing the structure that you thought was so, you know, perfect isn't. You know, and that can be in friendships, your finances. You know, you're starting to find ways that is showing their true colors. You know, whether you like it or not, this is your wake-up call this week. It's showing you what the world has in store, more or less. So you're thinking of changing directions of what you need to do. And the 7 of Cups. So there it is, Mirror. Maybe you've come up with some great idea for making something that, you know, could be patented. So make sure that you keep that to yourself until you figure out, you know, how to go about protecting what you're making, sort of thing. You should get credit for what you do. You know, you're picking that one area of your life of what you want to see in the future, like what you want to have come in, and now you're picking a path and sticking to it. You're no longer getting swayed off. You're just have an idea and nothing's going to slow you down. And the Ace of Pentacles. So new beginnings. This is like beginner's luck in something. You know, there's tangible goods here, tangible results, material gains for sure. So you're feeling more in your own power this week, and you're taking care of yourself and your health because, you know, you don't want to have any future problems. So you're learning to do that for yourself as well. And there you are, King of Pentacles. So making an investment in yourself as well as your investments in your future. Now this could be maybe you're thinking of going into stocks and bonds sort of thing. You're, you know, trying to put a little bit of money away and you want to see how it's going to go for you. So you're following your intuitions here. You're feeling more comfortable with your own choices, and you're not feeling that, you know, you always have to let everybody know what you're doing. And the Knight of Cups. So taking a trip, you know, usually that's by boat. Maybe you're going to visit somebody you haven't seen for a while. Some of you, this could actually be a more significant one. Perhaps you're taking a cruise somewhere, something that you wanted to see. And for others, this is an offer of the beginning of a relationship, like offering a cup of love, that sort of thing. Maybe you've seen somebody who's caught your eye and you know, you sort of smile to one another, that sort of thing. But, you know, you'd like it to be maybe a little bit more, so you're checking into it. Maybe you're asking them to go for coffee, that sort of thing. And the 4 of Swords, so there you are. Maybe you're recouping from something for some of you. Maybe you've been ill lately, or taking care of somebody who has been ill, that sort of thing. So you're definitely taking a well-deserved time out for yourself. You're not going to just keep going. you're realizing that you have to make some sort of choice this week so that it doesn't go against you. So, because sometimes we worry ourselves needlessly and it makes us ill. And you don't want that. So you're taking that well-deserved time out away from all the nonsense in your life so that you can have another go at it, but not feeling so much pressure to do it. And the Knight of Wands. So most definitely some sort of, trip for yourself going forward. You just make sure you take care of yourself. Don't do anything silly that you'll regret. It's like that old saying, count to 3 before you do anything, because most of the time within 3 minutes your brain will kick in with the rest of your body and tell you that, this is not a smooth move, and you'll change your mind. You don't want to make yourself get injured or anything like that, because we all do silly things. And the Five of Swords. So perhaps some of you have been, been putting up with a lot for a long time. Maybe people are not telling you the full truth, that sort of thing. So you're, maybe they've been picking on you for a while, telling you, bullying you a little bit, telling you you're a loser, that sort of thing. Even sometimes in fun, if you hear that enough times, it starts to bother a person. What other people sometimes think is funny is not always. And the Ace of Swords. So if you are feeling, a little bit stumped, not quite sure which way to go, this is the week that you're going to get that inspiration again. You're going to feel more like you're going to clear the air. You're going to have a heart-to-heart talk if you need to with somebody to get them a little bit straighter so that what your boundaries are. So that's good. You're getting enough sleep because you know that you need it. So you're, tuning people out and telling them, you need to respect that I need this. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely, having that talk with somebody, because that's sort of like a storm warning. It's a disagreement of some sort with somebody. It's usually based on what somebody has said, and you've mulled it over in your head for a while, and you've decided that, that wasn't right, and you go and confront them. And if this is a relationship that you were thinking of getting in, you're starting to realize that that's really not the person that I thought they were going to be. So you're, dealing with that part of the relationship too, because you realize it's not really what you want. And never sacrifice yourself for the benefit of another. And the Nine of Cups. So there you are. You're getting that wish fulfillment for some of you. Now that could be a wish fulfillment in many areas of your life. Maybe you wanted that dream job. Maybe you wanted that perfect relationship. To get along with family members better. To have more creative ideas. That sort of thing. But it looks like this is going to be the week that you get at least one of your, wishes coming forth, which is nice. You have a lot of ideas, wonderful ideas that you're, not quite sure how to get off the ground, that would make you some sort of profit in the future. So you're maybe looking into that a little bit more. The internet has wonderful ideas. Of course, they have some that are not so much, but you're going to look into a lot of more ambitious ideas for yourself this week. How to make your income multiply for yourself without putting too much effort into it. So you're understanding more about the future and what your future looks like for you. So you're taking the steps necessary so that will come about in the future. So good on you. It's hard to make those decisions sometimes. All right, I'm going to shuffle and deal you an Angel Oracle card. But your cards are, eye-opening this week. You're going to have a lot of realizations for yourself. It's almost like that you know, lightning bolt strike sort of thing that makes you, pick your head up and look at your surroundings to know what you want and who you want around you. So, that's a blessing in its own. It may not feel like it at the time, but it will pan out in the future. All right. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. So you have the gift to talk. All right, and on that note, I will say goodbye for now, and I will talk to you again next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye for now.